right? It's still right around 1,100 acres. It sits right on the border of Teller County, so it's still in Park County. We don't know what the weather's going to do today. We think the weather's going to push the fire. We don't know which direction. We really don't know a whole lot of information yet until we start. We have a ton of fire folks here. So U.S. Forest Service has taken over command of the fire on the Park County side. But since it hasn't touched the Teller County side, we're working with them, and when it does touch the Teller County line, then we fall under that command structure also. So we have more than enough resources right now for what we're dealing with. What we're going to do later on after this meeting is set it up to where a deputy will be here. They can take your information and get you over to get you into your homes if you need to get in your homes to get something, okay? But because we don't know how fast the fire may move, because yesterday we saw something with that fire that moved very quickly because of the wind speeds. So our concern is we can't leave you back in the subdivision because we don't know if it moves that fast if we can get you out in time. And I don't want to risk the lives of first responders to get people out that may want to decide to remain there, okay? So we will work with you on getting you in to get medications, animals, whatever it is that you think that you need out of there, okay? But we want to do that in an orderly fashion so that we know where everyone's at when we do so. Okay? All right. I can't give you a whole lot of information about the fire because we just don't know yet. We have put up some mapping. You can find that on the Teller County Facebook page. We will link that to the Teller County website, and I'll let my Park County colleagues talk about their stuff as well. Okay? Any questions anyone has?
Any structures?
There's no structures right now that have been taken by a fire. There are threats. That's why you're not home, right? So just know that we've not lost anything.
We've got lots of dozers out there, don't we?
Now, here's the thing I'm going to tell you about dozers. Dozers are fine if the fire doesn't run so fast that I put those operators at risk.
Right.
Okay? And that terrain isn't the best for dozer work. So I will tell you, some of the best professionals in the industry are here. And that's our Forest Service partners, our county partners. They're coming up with a plan. So if you don't see a dozer, that's not the end of the world. They're doing great work with what they have. Okay, we have structure protection teams in. They're doing mitigation around structures today. So they're doing a lot of work. They did a lot of work last night. So just bear with us. We're going to give you as much information when we can to help you with that. But right now, we're in good shape.
So it did kind of settle down a little bit last night, wasn't running? And
Yeah, fires usually settle down at night. We did have some pretty cool temperatures. So we're sitting good right now.
okay.
Is the power and the gas still shut off to both subdivisions?
Actually, the Cowern is still on. I don't think, we didn't shut it off.
Oh, okay.
We didn't have to yet.
The news says they turned it off.
Well,
My Ring doorbell's still working.
yeah, if your Ring doorbell's working, you're all right. Right?
I've been watching it, so.
Yeah.
So if we do have to shut off power and electricity, we will notify in those areas. So please look at our Facebook sites and our county websites. Okay? Monitor those.
I've seen that the gas company said they shut the gas off.
Well, they said they were going to. We did
And they
not.
didn't. That's good.
Yeah. So we hope that we don't have to do any of that.
Right,
Good.
right.
Yeah, if it gets cold and all the freezing problems.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, we're hopeful for a good day today, right? And I think there's a good possibility of that. But just understand, it's a fire. We all know how those work up
So
here.
we're
So
going home tomorrow, right?
well,
Have it out by 5, right?
nothing like those on-the-spot questions, right? So bear with us.
Nowhere else to go.
Yeah, believe me, we want to get you back as soon as possible too, okay? And we will do so.
Will there be another briefing today as far as like late afternoon to see where we're at as far as how the day's gone?
We will. Now, bear with us because we're working on figuring out what the fire does, right?
Right.
I mean, this really is the first operational period where anybody's seen the fire. Because yesterday we weren't able to get any type of mapping on that thing. Well, in the very instance when it started, about 30 acres we did. But late last night, we were able to get the map set. So depending on how this wind goes, we may not be able to give you an update because we don't know.
Okay.
Yesterday, we sent out scouts that involved Division of Wildlife, our deputies, to actually go to the fire to figure out where it was. And then it's hard to put that on map lines of which county, where subdivision, where it's at. So we're working on all that stuff. So if I don't have something to brief you on, or we don't, we probably won't say anything. That's not a bad thing. Understand, right?
You're going with no
If you
news
don't
is
hear
good
from us,
news?
it's okay. If there is something that changes along the way, though, we're going to do that. Now, we're going to start posting stuff at the evacuation sites in Whittle Park, the sheriff's office, so you'll see something posted there at the sheriff's office, and here.
Okay.
So we're going to start doing that as soon as, but let us get our feet under us. We're all still trying to get everything going.
So if we don't get it on the website, we could come here and see
You
what's
can
going on.
come here and see it, yeah.
Any cause.
We don't know, okay? And here's the biggest thing. There's some things I don't even know, because we still don't know. So,
Well, we know it wasn't lightning.
Yeah.
yes, sir.
Is there a marshaling area for our extra cars?
For what area?
For here, for up here?
Well, unfortunately, it's just kind of where you park them for right now. I mean, there's no, we're not doing any parking.
Tickets or anything?
You just gotta park where you can. We're not gonna ticket you,
Yeah.
okay?
Are you talking about extra cars from your residents?
Right.
That's what I thought.
Trailers.
Place you can take your cars, extra cars to have from the
I
residents.
Let us-
volunteer the 4 Mile Church parking lot, it's huge.
Where?
Thank you.
4 Mile Church parking lot.
Right next,
Thank you.
is it over, which,
Where you turn and either go to Guffey or Canyon.
Okay.
Yeah.
11.
You can also park them here if you like,
Thank
here?
you.
right here.
All right. There we
yeah. All right, there you go.
go. Okay, got that?
There's a lot of parking at the Lake George Arena as well too, and somebody's there most of the time.
Did you hear that? The Lake George Arena also. Okay. So what I want to do is allow our Park County Sheriff's Department to speak, and then I want the Teller County elected officials to speak, and then I think we have some Park County elected officials. So I want them to speak to you too, and you can ask them any questions you have. Okay? Jenny? Jen? Luke? Oh, there she is.
Here I am.
They're in the back.
Hey guys, I'm Lieutenant Jennifer Plute with the Park County Sheriff's Office. Where are my Park County residents? Here, okay. Got a couple? All right, thank you. First of all, I want to thank each and every one of you and your patients, our community partners. We cannot do this without them. We have to work together as a team, so thank you for everyone that's partaking in this. I'm not going to go into a lot of details right now. This is an active investigation. We are partnered with the U.S. Forest Service right now and their fire investigation team to determine cause and origin of the fire. So I cannot go into a lot of details with questions in terms of that, okay? Let's talk about closures. What is closed? County Road 403 is still closed and will remain closed to undetermined amount of time. We've got Park County Road 98 east of County Road 61, which is still closed. And the roads that are open are County Road 100 and then County Road 98 going to Wagon Tongue and Echo Valley and Beaver Valley Estates is open, okay?
The people
let's-
in Wagon Town weren't evacuated?
They were on pre-evac.
Okay,
Okay.
Slater Creek, same thing?
Slater Creek. All of County Road 403 is still closed at this time, okay? The still in mandatory evacuations are the Pike Forest Estates, Saddle Mountain Ranch, Blue Mountain Ranch, and like I said, all of the residents on County Road 403.
And Wilson Lake.
I'm sorry?
And Wilson Lake.
And
That's
Wilson
in-
Lake, yeah,
that's in
that's in
Teller
Teller
County.
County,
That's
yeah.
why.
Yep.
Okay.
I think the sheriff already covered this. Livestock and any large animals are at the Lake George Arena or / park. We still have the Lake George Community Center set up for displaced families. Other than that, any questions from anybody?
So
Yes,
the
sir.
no loss of property includes Park County?
I'm sorry, one more time?
No loss of properties or
Correct.
buildings includes Park County?
That we know of, correct. Yep. Any other yes, sir.
Is Wilson Drive open now?
That's in Teller
No.
County. I'll let the sheriff
So-
talk on that.
All the same Teller County areas that were closed last night, so Wilson Lakes, Forest Glen, Blue Mountain, those areas are still evacuated, so they're still closed. Everything from County Road 46 to the Park County line at 98, Where it transitions is still closed.
Yes, sir.
The pre-evac zones are right now in Forest Heights and Valley View to Las Brisas and La Montana Mesa. Okay, those are in pre-evac zones. So the roads you're talking about are closed. Yes.
And we're not allowed to go in and get something besides
Yeah,
the shirt
we
on?
are.
So, like I talked about before, there's going to be a deputy that remains here. You can contact them. They will take your name information. They'll get you to go over to the front of your subdivision, and they'll get you in to get those items. Yes.
Perfect.
And thank you, Sheriff. And same with Park County. If you guys need to go into your residence to get essentials, some personal items, medications, go to the road closure itself, and we'll get a law enforcement officer to escort you to the property. Please just know we are short-staffed, just as well as everyone here, and as everyone knows. So a max of 10 minutes, please, to get your essentials, so we can move on to the next resident and help them. Okay? Any other questions for me? No?
Forest Service, would you like to speak?
Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Do you have anything?
Sure. Good morning, everybody. My name is Vidalia Vigil with the Pike San Isabel National Forest and Cimarron and Comanche National Grasslands. Just repeating a couple things that were mentioned. Transfer of command happened last night at 12:01. The new IC is Jason Miller out of the Forest Service, and will be under his command. Our first priority is, of course, firefighter and public safety, as well as infrastructure and private property. Today, the updated acreage is 1,100 acres, and we are expecting more resources to come on today. We're hoping to get aviation up in the air. Expected winds are 28 to 38 with gusts up to 52. So, as the day evolves and we see those winds changing, that'll determine if we're able to use our aviation resources.
Are they up now?
They are not currently up. And again, just wanting to thank everybody for their help, working together with all the agencies and county, and just asking for patience as we communicate and we establish good social media so you guys can follow all the information that we have to provide for you all. Thank you.
Dan, would you like to?
Yeah, hey, we're gonna be okay. I'm one of your county commissioners. You got Bob Campbell, Bob Avey, if you come up here. I just want you guys to know we spoke to the governor twice last night. We've got his commitment just like we did last time. Unfortunately, we were doing this 9 months ago. And we've got all the assets available. There were 3 fires in Colorado as of last night when we spoke directly to them. We have the largest one, unfortunately. The good news is that means we get a lot of the assets. What I want to do is thank our federal partners. Just so you know, and of course, Amy, we're all friends. Amy's got the district in Park County, so you've got good coordination at the local level because we're all friends and family. I know I'm looking at Jane. We all know each other here. So we're going to be operational. Your commissioners will be out forward like we always are. You can find me close to Jason if you need me. Couple of things I want to stress. After the last fire in this same location, we spent a lot of money to get even better, as you recall. So whether it's radios that can actually talk now, or better equipment, Forest has done all of these things that you guys have heard about. So things are really working together. Woodland Park's on the site. I would ask for some vigilance because the worst thing that can happen now is a second fire somewhere else in Teller County or somewhere else in Park County. And as Jen just mentioned, we were already shorthanded. Volunteers are out here right now. There's a command node that's sitting in Lake George. There's one meeting right now across the street, and we're with you. As things move in this fire, that'll start to get consolidated. But again, real good coordination, good communications. We know how stressful it is to get pulled out of your house in the middle of the night. So I would ask you this, as friends and neighbors, think about the people that aren't here. We all know people that are homebound. We know homeless people in the woods. We know folks that need oxygen concentrators, forgot their medicine. So if you need something, find a commissioner, find one of the sheriff's deputies, they'll take care of you. The shelters right now, I think you're tracking. Community Church of Woodland Park is doing a great job. So even though folks on the other side of the county aren't in risk like you are, they're praying for you and they're with you guys. And there's lots of phone calls that we're getting. And just expect the unexpected, like Jason said. 50-mile-an-hour winds is not a good thing to hear. But we'll be there. So please cooperate with them. We did have a few instances yesterday where people get notably angry, and we understand that, but it's about your safety. But we will get you back out there. So, Bob or Amy?
No, I'd just like to point out, we are doing a fire ban, a total fire ban this morning. And we declared emergency last night just as a part of the process. And that goes hand in hand of transferring the fire over to the federal control. But we are doing everything we can, throwing all the resources we can. But in this type of weather and this type of terrain, it's just tough.
And Amy Mitchell, Park County Commissioner. And additionally, there's a red flag warning today. So, you know, the weather is unpredictable. I just want to say that Park County, you know, we're a small county with small resources, and we are so grateful for all of you. Our goal is to just keep everyone who lives here safe, take care of them while we're going through this. It's stressful, but it's all going to be good, and we're going to come out of the other side stronger and better as a family. We're neighbors, and this is how we take care of each other. So just, you know that we're all here for you and working for you, so thanks.
So anybody have any questions for us at all? Again, you'll see us the whole fire, we won't be anywhere
Any
but out there.
mitigation in that area has
Sir,
been
say
done? Any mitigation in that
There's
area?
been a lot of mitigation, I will say for
I know
Amy.
Blue
and-
Mountain has done a lot.
Right, and I'll say for Amy, she's a ranch owner and could see the fire last night, so, you know, they're living the same dream we are, so, but yes, sir, there has been some, ma'am.
Are local people gonna be contacted on their phone lines?
Yeah, did you want to cover that about the Everbridge system again, or what you guys have?
Which county are you living in?
I'm in Teller.
You're in Teller.
So, have you signed up for the peak alerts?
No, I wish I knew how.
Okay, so we're going to, I have Renee Bunting here. She's going to talk to you about how to sign up for peak alerts. So when we are done here, if you have not done so, see her in the back of the room, okay? That way you get those alerts if you live in those areas. Also, if you have a Facebook account, please go to the Teller County Facebook account. If you have the ability to get on the Teller County websites, do so. If you're in Park County, which...
Yep. So for the Park County residents, we have a system called Code Red. You can go to parkco.us to sign up for that. You will get alerts via email or landline or a cell phone to include text messages. If you do not have any of those, but you have access to a computer, you can follow us on Twitter as well as our Facebook page.
And if anyone wants to sign up, I can help you sign up on Code Red. So I'm here to help.
Yeah.
Is that how we'll find out if we get to go back in and when we get to go back in?
Yes, correct. So
We didn't get notifications. No
Okay.
one in our neighborhood got emergency notifications except for one. We're
So-
all on code red.
Okay, all right, well that I can absolutely address and try to get to the bottom of that with our communications director, because that should have gone out to everyone that was in the system with Code Red. So,
Just so you know.
okay,
Neighbor.
no, that's great to know. So it's technology, it's, nothing is foolproof with
Yeah.
that, so, but we will push it out, and obviously on Facebook and Twitter as well as the Code Red, but I will get on that as soon as we're done here. Thank you.
Yeah.
Is there any containment on the fire?
So there's no containment, right? Just because it's a fresh fire and it's in its area, but there's no containments to that.
When we went to bed at 8 last night, that fire was raging. And we wake up this morning, there's zero smoke.
It settled down
And-
quite a bit. hopefully.
And that's pretty normal
Should
for a
that
fire.
be a good thing, a bad thing?
Normal.
Well, and it could be a good thing, but here's the thing. What happens is the temperatures start to rise and the moisture start to leave, it starts to kick back up, right? So, do we think it's a good thing? Yeah, it is at night, right? So right now our temperatures for today is gonna be about 38 degrees as a high. So our firefighters are gonna be fighting a fire in pretty cold conditions. So that also has a wear on equipment, and just a lot of different things. So that's one of the reasons why we do the evacuations. And even though you may not see smoke, that doesn't mean there's not fire. So, yes ma'am.
Is it still primarily a grass fire?
Okay, so here's the big thing, and that's why one of the reasons it blew up so fast yesterday. If you look at your front yards and look at the grass, it's like straw.
Yeah.
Right? There's no moisture in it at all. We had a lot of green up last year, so we had a lot of higher grasses. And then it dried out so much that stuff's a tinderbox. So it's one of the reasons it moved quickly. But because of the winds, we did have some torching within the trees. And that increasing the speed of this fire. So I'm hopeful, depending on the winds, that maybe it'll
Stays
slow
out
down,
of the trees.
right? But it's fire. It's what it does. Any other questions?
Yes, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Did y'all have groups of men in the middle of the night going around checking around every individual house in Wilson Lakes last night?
We did. Well, they weren't just checking, they were actually doing mitigation,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So one of the things they do for structure protection at your house, so you may see them on your rings, we've had that quite a few times, is that what they're doing is they're clearing things out away from those structures so that they can do protection on them.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just hard to tell on like your ring.
Yeah, it's dark.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you live in a zone that's pre-evac right now,
Yep.
and it changes to evacuation, what's that timeline to
Immediate, get out of there.
get out of there?
So have all your, that's one of the reasons we give you a long period on the pre-evacs, is so that you can. We have Valley View and Florissant Heights on the pre-evac.
Valley High.
Or Valley High, I'm sorry. The reason why they're on there is you're a one-way in, one-way out area. You do have some emergency escape routes, but those aren't good enough sometimes, right? So we want to give you ample time to make sure you're out. Las Brisas, that area along Montana Mesa, same thing, right? There's a lot of grass between you and the fire. So it's one of our issues. Yes, sir.
For Teller County residents who have animals, is the fairgrounds open, or what's the place to take those?
So get a hold of our animal control, all right? So they're staging animals at the fairgrounds and or Bob Burton PBJ Ranch is helping us out.
Okay.
Yeah, okay? So that way animals are taken care of. Yes.
Does that go for chickens too?
We can figure out a way, Zoe. Yeah. We're actually watching chickens too. So just get all the animal controls. Yes, we'll help you out with that.
T-Crass?
Probably T-Crass for that.
She's out here, she's across the street right now too.
Okay.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Yeah, one more.
Yes.
I just want to say one thing on a positive note. We are all still here, safe, sound. Our firefighters are safe and sound, and we'll just remain that way through this whole situation.
Yeah, I tell you, you have very veteran firefighters in this county, as you well know. We fight a lot of major fires. Right now, the Forest Services here, we work very well with them because we all know each other, right? It's like old home week that we don't want to have, but at least we have those relationships. And I think that's key to fighting fires for us, is knowing everybody and having an understanding of those things. We don't have to build a relationship, it's already there. So just know that these guys are doing the best. The Forest and Fire Department has done an extremely good job with this, and your Park County folks. So we're all working together. Our Wildland Task Force was in Park County assisting on the fire because we knew there'd be an issue. So everybody's working well together. So we're just going to keep that up and keep fighting fires. During our briefing today, we talk about it's one fire, one fight. Right. And we mean that, right? It doesn't matter. Fires know no bounds. So we're all working together on that. Okay?
And the citizens and neighbors have all, I've seen nothing but good things.
Yeah, you live in good neighborhoods.
Between everyone and, hey, you need help, you need this, you need that.
So folks, what I'm going to do is, Jacqueline, are you the one taking names of people?
Yeah, Heike and I will.
So this is Jacqueline, this is Heike, all right? So for the Teller County folks that want to get back in your places, come see these two ladies, and they will get you set up, all right? Now come on up here so they can see who you are.
Yeah.
Come in the limelight. You'll love it. All right. I'm going to meet with the media, but we will be back. We will notify you on our Facebook page or the briefings out here of what time we're going to do another briefing. Okay? I'm not sure yet. If this fire blows up, we're going to be needed to be there. So I don't want to set a time, say noon, and then next thing I know, I can't make it. So we want to know what the fire's doing before I come back and give another brief, or with our Park County folks also. So just bear with us. We'll notify you as soon as we do a brief. If the fire goes up and gets crazy, we'll start doing media briefings and briefings with you every couple hours. All right? So, but we'll do just like we normally do on a fire. I want to make sure you have all your questions answered by the time we leave. Okay? All right. Thanks, folks.